Good evening. How's everybody doing this evening? Everybody come on in. Get ready so we can talk about this Black Ink Chicago. Make sure you click the like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, please and thank you very kindly. And I hope you all got a chance to watch Black Ink Chicago. Hey Victoria, how you doing? How are you doing? Do you watch Black Ink Chicago? The last episode I wanted to review, well, actually, the last two episodes, kinda. I actually didn't watch last week's episode. Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much. I didn't get a chance to catch the live. I mean, not the live. I'm tripping. I've been watching too much YouTube, y'all. I wasn't able to catch the episode last week. So, I watched it this week. Well, I watched it last week, but I was just doing too many other reviews, like on all this trending news, Kales and MJ, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on out here. So, I wasn't able to do a review on it last week. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought about last week's episode and this week's episode. In the chat. You can comment in the chat. Let me know what you think about it. And let me know if you got anything to say as far as any of the actors or the characters in the show. But we see that it looks like Van and Jen have got back together. Now, that for some reason does not surprise me. Him and Jen, they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He cheat on her, they break up. He cheat on her, they break up. They get back together. She cheat on him, they break up. I don't know. They have a weird kind of relationship. But anyway, I guess they got back together. This is probably like the 10th time that I've seen him, get down and basically grovel at her feet for another chance. But, it looks like she's forgiving him. He's saying he's going to try to do better. He's willing to change. He wants more out of their relationship. She wants to get married. He basically had her at the altar, of some episodes back, and she had on her wedding dress and everything, and he came sloppy drunk, white girl wasted, and told her he was only marrying her because she said she wanted him to. So, after that, I'm thinking, okay, she broke up with him, she left him, they got in a fight, got in an argument. I'm like, okay, this gotta be the end. She was left at the altar. Like, okay, this gotta be the end, but I don't know. They got some strange kind of love going on, but she's willing to, stick it out and give him another chance. So while he might be believable to Jen, as far as that young man that has been seeing his daughter, remember, not last episode, but the episode, it was last episode when he had found out that his daughter was dating some guy who's 19. She's still in high school and he's 19. I think his daughter is actually 17, I think. And he found out that she's dating a 19-year-old. And he did get kind of rude with Van over the phone when he was trying to holler at him to see who he is or, what's going on with him and his daughter. But, so, I don't blame him for wanting to meet the guy. I would want to meet him anyway. I mean, I have sons, and I still be wanting to meet their girlfriends, like, who she is, what's her last name, what's her mama name, where she live, what school she go to, what kind of car she drive, do she got a job? So, I don't care. Daughter, son, I still be the same way. But, when he finally met up with him to speak to him about his daughter and to find out, I don't know why men think that they really be intimidating these boys out here. These young men out here is a totally new generation. Hey, Miss Corey. Hi, thanks for tuning in to my live. I'm just up here discussing Black Ink Chicago like the last few episodes. Um, then I guess he was trying to be intimidating to this guy who's dating his daughter, who's a few years older than her. He's out of high school. She's still in high school. But I don't know, again, why these guys be thinking they be really intimidating young men when they be trying to, get with their daughters. Like, he should take it from himself. He done cheated on his woman, I don't know how many times. He done put her through the ringer, I don't know how many times. And then have to explain to his daughter, I don't know how many times, why he broke up with Jen again. And personally, he should know that guys will say whatever it is you want to hear when you discussing their daughter with them. Like, the dude was up there at first when they was on the phone. He was acting kind of like, yeah, what's up, all that, a little disrespectful. But then when they were face to face, he was like, oh, yeah, I think she's smart. Your daughter's beautiful. She has a great personality. I mean, he really wasn't like, I don't know. He was just kind of like, blah. Like, I really don't want to be here. This man is tripping. I'm going to date his daughter anyway. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about that, because Van, he really thought he was being intimidating, but he really wasn't. They was already kicking it anyway before he even found out. So, I mean, kids, when they want to date somebody, they gonna date somebody. It don't matter if you agree or not. But anywho. As far as Charmaine, Charmaine is not just a goofball anymore. Like, Charmaine, she really, really has it going on now. And I have to say, I'm really proud of Charmaine. Yeah, you have to get caught up, honey. Victoria, you have to get caught up, because it's getting really good. It's on episode 10 right now, so I actually don't know how many episodes are left, but maybe like 2 or 3, maybe. But Charmaine, she's not just okay. Remember when she first joined the crew? She first used to work for, I think, was it a law firm? I can't remember. It was a big company that she used to work for. She quit there to work at 9 Mag. Then I really never really knew what Charmaine did for 9 Mag. I mean, now she calls herself a celebrity concierge, which nobody in shops really knows what that is. They still don't know what that is. Hey, One Queens. What's the tea, girl? We just talking about 9 Mag crew. Ryan and his little crew in Chicago, Black Ink. And right now I was discussing Charmaine, how she didn't come like really, really far from what she used to be. Like, not only is she still working, on Black Ink, of course, but she's also has her own cooking show. Granted, it's on YouTube, but it's doing really well. She also still has her spot on WGCI. So, that's a top urban radio show. And also, she has her own apron line. Like, okay, first of all, I would never have imagined that Charmaine can really cook. First of all, because she just don't, y'all know what I mean. But I would have never thought that she would have her own, like, cooking show or whatnot. And then on top of that, she still makes her morning appearances on that morning talk show, called The Jam. So she's been doing a lot. Yeah, she's finally growing up. I am so happy. Miss Corey, this child, I mean, you remember the time where she couldn't even afford her car payments and she had her car repossessed? And I mean, granted, that happens to a lot of people every day. A lot of people get their cars repossessed. They lose a job, things like that. But she really wasn't stable for a long time, and her parents was taking care of her. Ryan was getting her car out the impound and, just all kind of things. And now she really got it going on. So, again, I'm really proud of her. But when she, sometimes we go back to, like, the silly Charmaine. I love how, crazy and outgoing she has a great personality. But when she was talking about that app with her boyfriend, the app, okay, I guess he's trying to get her an app, get her own app, so she can have like a brand. She wants to expand her brand. And she talking about, babe, when you get the app, when you do the app, could you make it to where the people, when they, when the app pops up, they can smell my scent? I'm like, girl, what is you talking about? She really like, yeah, so they can smell my scent, even when I'm musty, even when I got on some expensive cologne like Gucci, even if I've been sweating, I want them to smell my. I'm like, see. She's still a goofball, but she's growing. She's growing, and I'm really proud of her. She's funny. She's crazy. And I really don't think that the show would be the same if she was to ever leave. But anywho, hopefully we won't have to find out. But you said Charmaine is on a mission to get Lily fired. Girl, did you see? You gotta watch it. We gonna get to that though. Because I had talked about that in the last live that I did about this show. Because Ryan, he's been wanting to expand. He had got that other spot down the way, but he ended up not really opening it, and he just went back and got the old 9 mag and got the old crew, and then he gets a call from the management company, the owners of the building, and I was thinking the worst. I ain't gonna lie, Ryan was too. You could tell Ryan was too. I was thinking the worst, like, okay, he promised the management team that, they would do better. They wouldn't have so much police out there. They won't be having so many late parties, disturbing the peace, fights, shooting up the wall, So, and then he gets a call from him and wants to meet with him early in the morning. So Ryan was thinking, oh my God, I guess I'm going to have to go back down to the shop because he about to put us out. But anyway, he surprised him when he said, I have a spot on the 2nd floor and it's 3 times bigger, more space, and I want to give it to you. So I was quite surprised to hear that, because even after Ryan came back, they still done had some incidences in that shop where I'm like, okay, y'all, this landlord done gave y'all like 3, 4, 5, 11 chances now. What you say, Victoria? Per Charmaine explains that the N-word is not a word for Lily to use, and that the way she uses the N-word is extremely racist, and she doesn't even get it. She is so ignorant. Yep. And I agree that she should not have been using that word. But like I said in my last review of this show, I fault Black Ink Crew Chicago. I fault them for allowing Lily to use that term. Lily has been with them for 3+ years, and she has been able to use that term since day one. In many situations, she has used that term when she's mad, when she's not mad. I mean, she's been allowed to use that term. And I know people like Lily. White, Mexican, Spanish, Italian, whatever, that have some color to them. They might not be black, but they have some color to them. And they grew up in a neighborhood or with friends, homies per se, where they were allowed to use that term, especially if they were in a gang. It's usually if they were in a gang. And they hear that word all the time, and they boys be like, what up, in, what up, in. I mean, they say it all the time. But it was only when she was noticed on a video that got uploaded to social media when she was going off to Jen, and she was like going off to her, cussing her out, in. Now that it's on social media and other people see this Mexican girl or Spanish, I forget what, Latino, I don't know what the exact term, but going off on a black girl and calling her the N-word. Oh, now we got to put Lily out. That's what I don't like. I don't like that part. I like how, again, I don't think anybody should say that word, especially if you're not black. But it's like, you growing up with somebody white that you've allowed to say the N-word around you all your life, then one day, don't you use that word with me? It's like they should have nipped that in the bud when she first got there, and I don't think it would have ever got to that point. But Lily, Shar, I think the real reason why Shar wanted Lily out of the shop because Lily mollywops her butt really good on live TV. She mollywopped her cousin Danielle really good on national TV. on li- I mean, now Charmaine did get her pretty good in a few episodes ago when her and Lily got into it and she jumped over the counter and but Charmaine done put some weight on her. So I was kind of scared for Lily for a second. I was like, dang, where's she at? Where's she at? Can she breathe? Where's she at? All you saw was Charmaine's body just like on top of her like this. You couldn't see Lily at all. But yeah, so I guess she got her back. She finally got paydays of BI, But anyway, Ryan, this what happened. Ryan, since he opened up the new shop, after everybody had got into it with Lily, Van said he don't want her there. Charmaine said she don't want her there. Ryan was like, you know what, Lily? I just want you to take a little break. Just, leave the shop for a minute, take some time off, think about everything that's happened, just take some time off. And she did, and she had, started working on her art, because she paints. She that girl can tat and paint. She's very, very talented, very talented. And so, she had went to an art gallery or art studio and put up all her paintings and had a show and had everybody come through and look at her art. She even invited Ryan, and he showed up. And when he was there, he asked her, like, when it was over, basically, are you trying to come back to the shop? Have you, while you were off and painting and doing whatever, did you think about, the real reason why you're not at the shop right now? And basically, she said, Charmaine don't really want her there. She don't feel like she's part of the team. So she's not coming back. I think Ryan was kind of hurt by it because Ryan really likes Lily. And he was trying to stick up for her, but I think because everybody there was black and because she was using the N-word, I think he felt like, okay, I'm going to have to go with the majority. And I'm going to have to tell her to take some time off, take a few time off so everything can cool down and we can figure out what we're going to do to fix this situation. So that's what I think, he felt like, or obligated, to put her on a timeout from the shop. But yeah, she says she's not coming back. I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know if she's going to continue, try to sell her art, if she's going to find another tattoo shop, if she's going to try to open her own shop. I mean, sure, she might. Hey, Kat left when Kat and Ryan got into it because they was, messing around and his girl found out. She left, started her own shop. I think Lily should do the same thing. I really do. So, and I'm not the biggest fan of Lily, so I'm not, I'm just saying. But yeah, so yeah, Ryan, but he got a new shop and it's really, really nice. It's really, really nice. And then another thing, what's his name? Four is back. Now, Ford was going through something where he was having some kind of mental breakdown. I had actually found out that episode when he was considering drowning himself in the pool when they was on vacation. Well, not on vacation, but when they were out of town for the ink convention, the tattoo convention. He had considered drowning himself in the pool that night, and that's when he had started talking I don't want to be here, I shouldn't be here, I should just kill myself, all that stuff. I never knew that Ford had issues like that before. I never knew that. So it was kind of shocking. It was really sad to see him break down, to see everybody break down. But, he left and he went to Atlanta with Don's family and spent some time down there to try to, get himself together. He found a therapist. And, that episode was really, Miss Corey, that episode was a lot. It was a lot. I mean, everybody was crying. Ryan Van. I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot, and he was thinking about taking his own life. And then Van, he slept in his bed, like at the foot of the bed that night, so he could keep an eye on him. And when he woke up in the morning, he was gone. Like Ford was gone, and they were calling and calling. The producers was calling. They were trying to find him. He wasn't answering the phone, returning no messages. They were probably like this close to calling the authorities to try to find him. But finally he answered the phone, and he had Van. He told Van he was the only one who wanted him to come to him. And so after he came to him and, was able to talk to him and everything, he decided he wanted to take some more therapy and go to therapy, because he used to be in therapy before, for the same situation, for depression. So yeah, so he's been going through therapy, and he seems a lot better. He's ready to get back on that music scene. And well, I think it had to do something with the girlfriend and the music, because okay, remember when he was doing his music and that guy, was it London on the track? Was that him, London on the track, who had flew him out to California and wanted to make hits with him, and he was working with him. And then I don't know what happened after that. I remember he wasn't doing enough songs, because London on the track was like, man, you've been here this amount of time. You didn't only wrote one song to all the tracks I gave you, and do you really want to do this? Whoop, 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 whoop. He eventually came back because he was like, okay, the shop needs me. The shop is deteriorating. So it was kind of like he had gave up on his music. Then his girl, they ended up breaking up. So I really don't know if that was the real reason why he got depressed, because from what Don and what he said, this has happened times before where he has, considered killing himself. So this isn't nothing new. It's new to us, but it's nothing new to them, so... But I'm glad he's doing better, and he's back in the studio and making music and wants to come back to the shop to tat. So I'm really glad he's okay, because I really like Ford, I really like Ford. I will definitely keep you posted. I will definitely. And as far as let's see. Who else? Don. Okay, Don. Now, when I say I like Ford, he's a really good, rapper, hip hop, rap, genre. But I really like his music. So I'm glad again that he's back into the studio, because they're gonna need some more artists in Chicago. Especially since one of their artists might be MIA for a long period of time. I ain't gonna say no names though. Kels. But you ain't heard that from me. But anyway, about Kels, y'all know he back in jail. But anyway, I'm not gonna get on that. I'm not gonna do Kels tonight. I'm not gonna, unless y'all want to talk about it. But no, we ain't gonna do Kels tonight. We gonna do Kels tomorrow night, because the interview with Gayle King, we've been watching bits and pieces of it all week, little clips here and there all week of the interview with him and with his girlfriends, with an S, his girlfriends, Joyce Land and Azriel. So we've been seeing little bits and pieces all week, but they are going to show the entire interview tomorrow night, Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, something, I don't know. I'm Central, so I know it starts at 7 here. And right after the interview, I will be going live tomorrow night. So I don't know how long the interview is. Maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. But anyway, we going live tomorrow night right after the interview. Yes, make sure you are here. Please be in the house tomorrow night. But I'll post a live, and I'll put the time on there and everything, so y'all get the notification. But back to Black Ink. As far as Don goes, y'all tell me how y'all feel about him and Ashley. Like, Ashley keeps, telling him, I want this. I want our family to have this. I want a bigger house. I want this, that, and the third. But every time he tries to, grow it seemed like I don't know. Like, okay, when he was telling her about his gig, like, okay, he had tried out for it. They liked him. The movie. I think it's a movie, or a TV show, something that he tried out for, and he got the part. And not only did he get the part for, like, they want him to do the whole season. So yeah, it is a TV show. That's right, it's a TV show because they said they want him to do the whole season. So that's really good, but when he was telling Ashley about it, she was like, all you saw was them braces. Uh, ooh, wow, wow, okay. I'm like, is she happy? Is she not happy? I couldn't tell. I mean, your man is about to be a star. He's already a star on Black Ink. And this man, have y'all seen his shot? Like, oh my god, he's sexy. Like, he was doing some modeling. He is sexy. He is fine. But he also has an infidelity record. So I think when he mentioned, it was like when he told her that he got the part, they want him for the season, she seemed to have got happy. But then when he said, I have to go to New York, it was like her expression just changed, and she was like, and it was like a pause, and then she said, oh, you know what, okay, we going to New York? Well, we all going to New York then. It's like, okay, I think what I read from that, what I read for that was, it's either her new braces are still too tight for her to really show her true feelings, like her true facial expressions, or it's because she's still having some insecurity issues, because Don has cheated on her many times and had a baby on her and everything. So when he mentioned New York, I know she was like, oh, hell no. This ain't going to New York without me. That's what I was thinking. He is like a serial cheater. He is. Just like Van. Like, both of them. I was like, okay, I get it. She wants to go to New York. And he can even tell, I think he could tell too, like, okay, I'm going to have to drag her along with me. He's like, I don't know how long I'm going to be there. Most of the scenes are going to be in New York. I mean, it's a whole season. So ain't no telling how many times he'll have to go back and forth. And is she going to bring all the kids every time he goes back and forth? Probably so. Because I think she's still having some insecurity issues. But anyway, we shall see. And I'm definitely going to be trying to watch that show that he's going to be starring in, because Don is hot. He's a cheater, but he's hot. But back to Shar. Okay, so since all this R. Kelly stuff been going on, y'all, and everybody named Mammy been doing reviews on it on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I mean, we all been discussing it. How did y'all feel about Shar going to starting that protest? Like, she feels like, okay, since she's working at WGCI and she has a large platform with a following, it's a big one of the top urban radio stations, that she feels like she has a voice and that she should use her voice. And I appreciate that, because a lot of celebrities, they don't want to speak up for certain things that might be really, really important to our community, or period, any subject that might be important or need to be talked about, or, brought up in conversations, because they don't want some of their fans to turn on them for something they might have said that people don't agree with. I like the fact that she chose to speak up about this. For one, she lives in Chicago, and Kels lives in Chicago, and he's from Chicago, and so for her to use her platform and use her voice, I commend her on that. I really do. They were out there protesting right in front of his studio. They had signs up, mute R. Kelly, time's up, black girls matter, screaming, time's up, mute R. Kelly. I don't think I've seen that in a while in Chicago. I mean, I done seen like across the nation where people were saying we gonna mute R. Kelly. You on talk shows, we gonna mute R. Kelly. But for them actually to be protesting outside of his building, that's the first time I've seen that. It might have happened before and I just missed it. But that was the first time I seen that. And I do commend them because a lot of people have muted R. Kelly. I still have a lot of R. Kelly music. I haven't listened to R. Kelly though in years. Like in years. I might as well toss the music, but I just haven't. I don't know why. I just haven't listened to R. Kelly in a long time, and it had nothing to do with what happened back in '08, or because between that time and between now we was hearing little bits, little chatter here and there, different ladies, different women, different girls, but until the documentary came out a few months ago, that's when it started picking up. All the chatter got louder and louder and louder, and they want us to really hear them, and now he's in jail. So I can't say I muted him because of this, because of his situation. I don't know. I just haven't listened to any of his music. I haven't played any of his music in a long time. But anyway, a lot of people knew. Yep, a lot of people knew. And a lot of people, like I said on my live earlier today, when I was on my way to work, I was running late, so the live wasn't that long. It was like 10 minutes. But I had said that he has been enabled his entire life. Like, he managed to get through school without reading or writing. Okay? He managed to sign contracts, big contracts, for music, for albums, for managers, for publicists, for tours, he done probably got his John Hancock on thousands of pieces of paperwork without knowing how to read or write. He has been enabled his entire life by his managers, by his publicists, by his security team, by his family, by his friends, other celebrities. He has been enabled his whole entire life by the community of Chicago. I'm just keeping it 100. Just keeping it 100. He has been enabled his entire life. Then he goes to jail for those indictments. He can't get out. He is broke as a joke. And somebody enables him again and pays $100,000 for him to get out. His good Judy friend, per se. And then she's like being, a lot of people is like threatening her, close down your daycare, or they gonna do this, that, and the third, because she has a daycare. The lady who, they like, how you gonna get this man out of jail when he's got 10, he got indictments left and right for abusing young girls, and you a daycare provider, and you, okay. Anyway, that's another conversation for another day. But basically, he's still being enabled. Somebody got him out of jail, but he's back in jail this morning. He was back in jail because he never paid a cent on that child support. So now to get out of jail, he got to pay $160,000 because the judge is like, sorry, his attorney is like trying to, Judge, can we please make some type of payment arrangements? And I feel the judge, when the judge was talking about, no, you want to make payment arrangements now and you owe $160,000 of child support to your children, but you was able to come up with $100,000 to get out of jail on them indictments? The judge was like, "Oh, okay. We really see what's more important here. You is not getting out of jail. No payment arrangements. Pay up, buddy." So I think he's going to be in there for a very long time till like maybe possibly trial, unless somebody enables him again and get out there selling some chicken dinners and some catfish dinners and some featherbone, neckbone dinners, car washes, GoFundMe's. I don't know what they gonna have to do to get his child support paid, but he gonna be sitting in jail for a minute. I do believe. But anyway, so I'm glad, back to Charmaine, I'm glad to see her, use her voice and her fame. She's not super famous, but she she has some fame, she has a voice, she has a platform, and protest against him for what she think is right. So anyway, kudos to Charmaine. Kudos to Charmaine. She's really growing up, y'all, again. But as far as, let's see, we talked about Lily, we talked about Char, we talked about Dawn, we talked about Four, Ryan. Okay, what do y'all think about Ryan getting back with his ex? Was y'all surprised to see her there at the grand opening? Because everybody else in the shop was surprised. I was really surprised because, literally just the other day, he was like, I'm single, and I had actually thought that he was probably hooking up with that one chick in his shop, the white girl, the little white girl. They seemed really chummy and really close, but, I'm not alleging that they was doing things because, I don't know. But I was really surprised to see him back with his ex. Now, I don't know if she was there to just mainly support him, but it looked a little more than that. Like maybe they possibly got back together. But that is his child's mother. That is his child's mother. So, if Van can get back with Jen and Don can get back with Ashley after, cheating on them so many times, I guess Ryan can get back with his ex too. But as far as back to the shop, hold on, I need a drink. Okay, as far as back to the shop, Van, out of all people he left the shop to, Van, wow. Okay. I guess he really didn't have a choice. I'm gonna look at it as he really didn't have a choice. Now he got the new shop. He's like, no old people. I don't want no old people. I don't want no current employees. I want all new people in the new shop. So he has all these new people up in there. And then he makes a big old announcement at the end, like towards the end of the grand opening. And he's like, you know what? I can't run both shops, but, Nine Mag, the first shop, is his baby. That's where he started. So he definitely doesn't want to get rid of that shop. So he wants to have two shops, but he wants somebody to run the other shop. And he chose Van. And even Van was like, me? Van was like, really? I don't even know what to say. He didn't even know what to say. But again, I think Ryan really had no choice. I'm very concerned, Miss Corey. I'm very concerned as far as Van trying to run this shop. But again, I think he had no choice because look, Charmaine, she has like 1,000 things on her plate. Four, he's been dealing with, his mental issues and his depression and everything, and he's about to get back into the music scene. Lily, she's out of here. She didn't quit. She was like, deuces, I'm out. Let's see, Don, he's into the acting now. He has a role on a TV show. Junior, no way. Nope, that's not a good look. He really had no choice. So I think that's why, he was like, Van, give it to Van. I mean, but see, y'all remember what happened to the last time when they renamed it Loyal Inc. and after Ryan shot up the place and then he bounced and then they took over and renamed it Loyal Inc. and Van was kind of supposed to be in charge or whatnot. He didn't even get the bills paid. That's how Ryan got the shot back because Van wasn't making sure the bills got paid because they weren't even bringing in any kind of money. And then nobody wanted to pay like a certain percentage to Shar and to Danielle, who were the receptionists and the publicists or what. I don't know. I don't know what Charmaine called herself doing for many years. Again, now she's the celebrity concierge, but before then, I don't remember that girl doing much of nothing. But anyway, I can see why they probably didn't want to pay Charmaine. But Danielle, she was like the receptionist or the manager, or she was something like that in the shop. But anyway, Ryan didn't do a good job back then, and they lost the place, lost the keys. So I don't know. Ryan says the only person that Van has to answer to is him. So we shall see. We shall see. But anyway, I think I hit on about everything I wanted to talk about and discuss tonight on this show. It was a really good show. Again, I'm glad to see Forrest back. And hopefully, Van get on his good foot, with Jen, with his girlfriend. And, we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, y'all, anybody who's coming in late, if you have any comments about the show after I end the live, you can just put it in the comment section and I'll get the notification and I can chop it up with you in the comment section. But I'm going to let y'all go tonight. I have to go to bed so I can get up really early in the morning and get my 8 hours in. And then I got to make sure I'm sitting in front of that TV tomorrow night at 7 o'clock p.m. because the entire interview of R. Kelly and his girlfriends, Azriel and Joyce Lynn, will be on tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Time. Y'all who have been following this, make sure y'all watch. Make sure y'all watch because like I said, I'm going live right after. Like probably within 30 minutes of when the interview ends tomorrow night. So I'm going to set the notification. So make sure you have your bell hit. Hit the bell, next to the subscribe button on my channel so you can get my notifications when I set the live up. So, again, hit me up in the comments. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. Please and thank you very much. And also, in the meantime and in between time, Prime Time Squad, as usual, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces. Good night.